And today's topic is, and it's not, maybe it's not true for everyone, but it happens time and time again in different people's lives. The worst thing that happens to you can be a gift in disguise. And I'll just share my story about that. I was married to an amazing man for 20 years, and he ended up dying of cancer after being sick for 4 years. And I never thought he would die. He never thought he would die. And so it was such a shock, and it catapulted me into a very serious depression that lasted for 5 years. And finally, I found a body of work that helped me release the depression in just 5 sessions. And since then, I have gone on to clear a ton of stuff, arthritis, lower back pain, anxiety, unhealthy patterns of behavior, any blocks that come up, tension in my body, etc. And I've worked with thousands of people with this method to help them release illness. Now, I don't think that I would ever be doing this work that I'm doing now, and feeling pretty passionate about, helping others and, release illness, improve their relationships, improve their business, etc. I don't think I would be doing that unless my husband had died, and I went into that depression. So go figure. I can finally see the silver lining in all of this. Well, it's been a while since I've been seeing it, and the interesting thing is that my husband, just as when he was dying in the last year or so, I could have helped him live had I known this work. And so it's so interesting to me that now that I know what I know, I can help other people that have serious illness like cancer or, any kind of physical illness. Anyway, that's my story for today, that really it can be true. The worst thing that can happen to you can be a gift in disguise. Here's another cool story. A friend of mine who's a really great marketer, he ended up getting put in jail for something that he did that had happened years before that. And he was, devastated, of course, but the thing that happened for him is while he was in jail, he actually created a very huge marketing system for others. And he's now making, I think the latest number I heard was $1.9 million in 5 months. So, and he says he never, ever, he doesn't think that the system that he built would have even happened had he not spent time in jail. So there you go, another story. I'm sure there's lots more, but you get my point that sometimes we just never know what's going to happen when something that we think is a terrible thing and has caused us enormous amounts of grief or sadness or whatever can really turn into something wonderful. So anyway, that's it for today. Signing out. Bye for now.
If this video touched something in you and you're ready to feel more peace, more freedom, and more joy, then I invite you to explore my course, Hello Happiness. It's the very heart of what helped me heal, and it's helped so many others too. You can access the basic course whereby you can go through it on your own, or you can access the primary course whereby you have the full basic course plus 5 one-on-one sessions with myself or one of my competent team members. The link is below. Take a peek and see if your heart says, yes, I know this is what I need right now.